technology class. How's it going? For our technology class this week, we were asked to make a presentation on a social media site that we could use in our work and student affairs. And I came across a site called Habbo, that's HABBO.com, that I think would be really interesting to use in our work and student affairs, and I'm going to tell you about it today. Alright, so first, Habbo.com is a social media site. Its tagline is that it's a strange place with awesome people. It's a social media site that's somewhere between Sims and AIM, I think, where users can develop their own profiles, but also chat with other people. So the main aspect of it is the chatting with other people, so they establish their chat rooms, and then they invite people over to come chat with them. It's kind of made in an old style, pixelated version of what you might see in Sims or something like that. The avatars, which you can see here, are little characters that the users develop on their own, and then they are the people or the avatars that travel throughout the site as the user uses it. How many people use Habbo? Habbo is used by 230 million people in February of 2012. It's described as a social media site by itself and by many other organizations. Playing Habbo. Habbo is free for anyone to join, but it generates income by allowing players to buy other things in the game, such as purchasing furniture or purchasing pets to furnish their spaces. So users can use this to design their quote hotel rooms where they spend time with the virtual users. So the majority of the game is developing your avatar and interacting with other people's avatars in the game. How many people use Habbo? Habbo is used by 230 million people in February of 2012. It's described as a social media site by itself and by many other organizations. Playing Habbo. Habbo is free for anyone to join, but it generates income by allowing players to buy other things in the game, such as purchasing furniture or purchasing pets to furnish their spaces. So users can use this to design their quote hotel rooms where they spend time with the virtual users. So the majority of the game is developing your avatar and interacting with other people's avatars in the game. An example of some of the fun things that people do with their avatars on Habbo is this Justin Bieber and Nicki Minaj music video, where you can see that the avatars have been used to illustrate the music that would be played in the game. Parents of Habbo players. Habbo strongly encourages that parents review the website with their children. It encourages parents to monitor the use of the Habbo site and wants everyone to be safe and well monitored. That's talked about a lot on their webpage, and the way that they value monitoring and the safety of the website. Habbo provides a lot of tips and tricks for parents to encourage encourage kids to be safe on the site. It encourages parents to monitor what they do. Habbo website moderators. So unlike a lot of other social media sites, the Habbo website has a lot of moderators that are professional and work for the organization. They're identified staff members, and you can view their avatars inside the game. They'll be listed as working for Habbo.com. And moderators can be asked for help at any point in the game or when people are in Habbo, so they can ask for help of the avatar, and the avatar could, for example, remove somebody from a chat room or could silence somebody if they felt like it was necessary. Unlike a lot of other social media sites, this is really important for the way that Habbo operates because it's so used by younger people. So the use of the moderators is really important to the mission of the organization. Where is Habbo most popular? Habbo was originally launched in Finland in 1999. but it remains very popular in Western Europe and Southeast Asia, as well as the United States. Who uses Habbo? The vast majority of users are women, and a large majority of users are between 13 and 17 years old. How could one use this to how could one use Habbo to reach students? Student affairs professionals might use Habbo to connect with students in a personal way, such as using the chat room function or visiting them personally as an avatar to talk with them about the institution or other issues that that student was having. Interacting with students in this way can be a great way to connect with them one-on-one when students are, as we know, often much more comfortable interacting as avatars or on social media sites than they are in person. And one way that an institution could use Habbo would be to build an institution or a hotel that would be representative of the institution and staff it with staff members from that institution to talk about the institution and the experience of being a part of it. So, for example, I'm currently working at IUPUI, so if IUPUI were to set up a chat room or a hotel for people who are interested in IUPUI, could staff it with IUPUI staff members and talk to prospective students via the chat room site. Implications for student affairs. This could be a great new way to connect with students, especially students who may be younger, potential students, or to recruit to students who are maybe younger than the typical targets that we aim at for college recruiting. So usually college recruiters are talking to 16 and 17-year-olds. Well, this could go a little bit younger. It could be a great way to reach 13 and 14-year-olds who maybe aren't always on the radar of college recruiters. Also, it could be a way to connect with other students at the university, so students who maybe are less comfortable with interacting face-to-face. Having, for example, an IUPUI chat room would be a great place where they could interact with staff members in a structured way, but that still felt much more approachable to them. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to my presentation on Habbo. I hope you learned a little something about it. It's definitely an interesting site and something that I hope you enjoyed learning about. Thank you. Bye.